Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, and unfortunately PAX week is over. I am so sad that it's gone. Even my husband sat down today after we got home and he's like, but what are we gonna watch now? Because for the last 9 days we've been watching panels, we've been playing demos, we've been trying to get our daughter interested in it as well, which she's only 2, so it is what it is. And we've, all our free time and free moments have been devoted to PAX Online. I even took off a whole week of work. So in the last 9 days, I played 14 demos. I did play a little bit more than that, just I didn't record them, whether or not it was an NDR or I couldn't get the recording software to work on certain games, which is the case on some of them. And all that jazz. I'm doing jazz hands. But I really enjoyed PAX. There are several demos still available that you can go and play, I think. I don't know how long they're going to be up, but Enchanted did state that they were going to leave their demo up for a couple more days for people to play it and things. So my thoughts and the games that I really enjoyed above all else, which there's no game that I played this week or this whole 9 days that I didn't love. I loved every single game I could have possibly played. So I hate to do my top list because none of them were bad and I'm excited for all of them, but the ones that I'm most excited about seeing coming out is Chris Tales, which is going to be out for the Switch and the PC and a couple, I think Xbox and PS4 too. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have my notes up. But that one, just the concept of being able to change the past and the future to change certain things, that just, it's right up my alley. I love choices that matter, and I just love the whole concept of it. And that one is, to me, feels like a very finished game as I'm playing it. Some of these games I played and I'm like, oh, this is definitely the demo. They're definitely at least 6 months off from their finished date. Some of them were Q4 2021, that kind of thing. This one felt like, okay, when this comes out, this will be a very, very solid game. And I think it comes out in November 9th or November 20th. I don't know. I'm remembering so many different dates. But that one is one of my favorite ones that I'm excited for. I'm probably personally going to get it for the Switch. Unless you guys want to see more gameplay of it, of me playing it. But I love those kinds of games just to do the handheld concept while I'm at work, working. But that kind of thing. Another game that I'm really excited about was Enchanted. And I don't know if it's just the look of it or if it's the gameplay of it, but it is also right up my alley. I very much lean towards that kind of game. I played Diner Dash forever. I played Restaurant Story. I've played so many different kinds of games. I played Overcooked. I love Overcooked. This game is going to make me and my husband bicker back and forth, and I'm excited for it. I don't know. It got really hard towards the end, and I think that was just to show how difficult it could be. And I really liked it. Another one I really liked that I'm kind of sad because I already got my access revoked from is Craftland's Workshop. It kind of reminded me of, there's another game that's similar to it. Hang on, let me look it up. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if I'm saying this correctly, but it's Recettear, an item shop's tale. If you just type in RECETTEAR in Steam, this game reminded me so much of it, just less just less going and getting the resources and crafting it at your shop. I mean, I guess it's sort of like that, but you're literally just going to your stores and buying it. It reminded me of that. I played hours of that game. Anyways, I really liked Craftland. It kind of reminds me of an early access game that they're just going to keep building on features of. I know it comes out October 9th. I don't know if it's coming out just early access or if it's going to be the full game. There is some things I personally think need to be polished on it, but it's not you can't buy it. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed it. I only played it for 30-ish minutes, and then I meant to keep coming back to it, and that was the game that was oh, I need to play this. Oh, I need to play this. And now my access is revoked. But it is coming out soon, and I like the idea of building up a shop and building up a town and creating revenue. There's, I think, a Harvest Moon game that's similar to that. Animal Crossing is very similar to that. I just where you can build up the town and customize it and stuff like that. Dragon Builder is like that, I guess, too. Another game that I really liked was Fire Tonight. That one felt to me just like Chris Tales, a very finished game. And I didn't get to play very much of it. The demo was kind of short, but it's coming out soon, I think. I think it was at the end of the year or at the beginning of next year. But I really liked the concept. I already have like theories on the storyline, and I'm excited overall for it to come out. I'll probably get that for the Switch as well, because I think that one is also coming out for the Switch. Another game that I really like that is similar to Enchanted, the reason why I like it is because it's a game that I'm going to play with my husband, and we're going to get so mad at each other for it, and that it's like, it's exciting. It's moving out. And I know that game's out, and I know that you can play it now. I have to wait for it till payday because I'm a little broke right now because I bought a lot of things during PAX. But other than that, Moving Out is one of those games that I would love to play with my husband, and we probably will do more videos of that together because we had a lot of fun. The only difference is we'd be able to do it on our own separate PCs and record our separate sessions so that it's not like you can barely hear one of us over the other, because we were both crowding around with our big chairs at my desk over my microphone trying to voice our opinions and thoughts. Those were my top ones. I want to state again that there's no game that I played that I did not enjoy thoroughly. I loved Button City. I loved Hell Architect. That's gonna be so much fun on the mobile. I loved Tinkertown. I was just like, oh, it's another survival game. I played something similar, but I don't know. It was different enough to me that I would want to like continue playing it. Maybe not on my channel, obviously, but just like on my downtime, like a me game. I loved The Survivalists. As soon as like I got caught on to like the story and the gameplay and stuff like that, I played Escapist forever. I love Escapist. Unpacking was just a good like let's chill and just unpack something kind of game that I would love to play, like, and talk about my thoughts and my feelings, because there's not much, you know, like sometimes you get like all these ideas by just doing like monotonous things because you're, you know, concentrating on something else and your brain's just like going wild. That's kind of what that reminded me of. Neon Noodles was a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm going to purchase it. It's not a bad game. It was a lot of fun. It's just, I have so many games on my list right now to purchase that it kind of falls farther down. I kind of also wish that it was on my phone. I don't know if it is or not. I'll have to check to see if it's on Android. I doubt it, but that would be a fun game on Android, just to like sit at work and play it. Not that I'm playing games at work. I'm sorry if you can hear that, but someone's blowing the leaf blower outside my window right now. Like, WTF. Oh, she's recording? Here, let me just crank this on real quick. But yeah, those are my final thoughts. I loved PAX Online. I think it's a great concept. The panels were engaging enough to keep our interest. We could watch them during dinner, or, you know, during our free time, or while, like, on most of the time, I just turned it on while I was cleaning the house. And it was just something like have background noise and be like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's interesting. I hope they do something similar with the actual conventions in the future. I think it'd be really cool if like you could not make PAX South or could not make PAX West, and or any of the PAXs for that matter, and then they decided to yeah, baby. Mommy. Yeah, baby.
Mommy, I want to be that.
You want a piece of this? Okay. It would be really, really cool if like they did that on top of PAX. So like if you were doing here you go.
Yeah, come on.
Say thank you.
Mommy's recording. Let's go.
Love you.
Mommy,
Yeah, Mommy gave you a piece of chocolate. I think it'd be really cool if they did that on top of the regular PAX for people who can't go, that can just watch the panels live. Because I've always thought that, like, why aren't the panels live? Because what happens is when we go to South, and I know this happens at every PAX, they have several panels at the same time, and I always miss one instead of the other, even though I want to see both of them, and I just want them both recorded. They sent out a survey after PAX Online, and they were like, hey, what did you like? What didn't you like? What could we work on? And they're like, how much money are you willing to spend on this? And I was like, oh, like, I'm not thinking like, oh, this stuff should be free. I don't think that at all. I think that they should make a profit because that's how they keep going and doing this. I was just like, I don't know if I'm the person to put a price tag on that. I would say if they gave, like, if you could spend $10 extra or $15 extra and get those panels that they have at each convention, that you can watch anytime, streaming or whatever, and also see the panels in person that you want to see, like on top of your price ticket, I think it would be worth it. I don't know how much we spent on PAX tickets last year. I know it was a lot of money. I think it was over 100. It had to have been. And so just like, you know, like per person on top of that, to be able to get the content that I'm missing, that I don't want to be missing, I think is worth it. If you are only PAXing online and you're getting like the access to the demos and they have like exclusive special things for the people who can't come to the show, I think it's a good idea to put a price tag on that so they can continue to do, you know, PAX and support the gaming community. Because let's face it, I don't know where you guys are from, but where I'm from, if I talk about games, my friends are like, oh, and that's not just with me, that's like everybody. It's not a very big community here. And so that's why we travel 12 hours to go to PAX. But to be able to like have that community online, which I know you can at all times, don't get me wrong, but just to like have a convention where you're like all centered around a certain thing is so priceless, in my opinion. Okay, I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. Those were my favorite games. There's a bunch of games I have downloaded. I've downloaded 25 games demos. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play them, but if I am, I'll just put them in for Indie Friday, because I still want to play them. I just ran out of time because we had so much other stuff going on this week. But yeah, there was so many demos, guys. So many. Anyways, those are my final thoughts, and I'll talk at your faces later. Bye!